So you know the ones when you're listening to a song that you really like and you're like, that's my tune.
That's my tune.
Hey, this is Jojo B and this is episode 17 of That's My Tune, the podcast providing song reviews and interviews. I'll be interviewing Jigh on his song Tinder. Please tell me, have you used it before? Are you still using it? What's your experience like? Well, you'll get to know about his experience in this song. So have a laugh, and after this, I'll be right back speaking to the man himself about this and a lot more. Enjoy. So everybody, I'd like to introduce you to Jigh. Yeah! What's goody?
Get on.
Oh, right. So, I follow you on Instagram and that, yeah. And I saw you keep going on about your song Tinder. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to check it out, yeah. I listened to it. I'm like, this song is actually your blood. This is our blood. So, let's get into it. What made you write the song Tinder? I love the approach to it. It's just hilarious. What got you into writing the song Tinder?
Do you know what? It's so random. It's so random because it wasn't a song that I planned to write. It literally was like an idea that came off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say it came off a whim because it actually came from an experience.
Oh.
So the story goes like this.
Uh-huh.
So I must have seen some fly thing on Tinder.
Right.
And for those that's not familiar with how Tinder works, if you like someone, you slide or swipe to the right.
Yeah.
If you don't like them, you swipe to the left.
Right.
And if you really, really like them or you really want to get their attention, then you swipe up and give them your lucky star.
Oh, okay.
So for me now, I was like, I could swipe right, but because I saw that the Instagram deets was there as well, I thought, why were they waiting on Tinder? Let me just slide up on the DMs on Insta.
Them ones, yeah.
and do my thing. But for me, I've always hated cheesy pickup lines or chat lines. Like, they make me cringe. Like, especially when I see other people doing it, I'm like, oh, like, you ain't gonna score with that. So I wasn't gonna be like, hi, I'm Jigh. Like, to me, that's boring. So I thought, let me come a bit of slickness. So that's how the hook of the song came. Well, so my approach was, I saw you on Cinderella, but with a T and without the L. So to me, I dropped slickness, but it wasn't well received, and I ultimately blocked.
Wow.
I don't know if it was out of shame, but it didn't get. But I thought that was actually some bars that I dropped there. That was actually slick.
Yeah.
So I thought, rather than it go to waste,
let
me make a song out of it.
I like that.
So that's how it was birthed.
Okay.
You know, when life serves you lemons, you don't just make lemonade, you make pink lemonade, and that's what Jigh did.
I like that one. I think that it deserves a round of applause. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Hey! So that's how that song came about.
Okay. That is not, because I listened to it and I just love the fun approach you put to it, because your experience, you could have been sad about it, and if you decided to go with the song like you did, you could have written it in a sad way, woe is me, depressing lyrics and sad music.
That's the thing. It was actually, the whole scenario was actually a blessing in disguise, because what I'm now thinking is, if everything went well, would it have triggered me to have even written a song about it?
True, fair.
I don't think it would have ever triggered. I don't know, maybe it would have, but it was only because it didn't go well, and I thought, oh well. Then I thought, hold on a second, before I block and delete, like, those are bars right there.
For real.
So yeah.
So have people hollered at you about it, like saying they're able to relate? What's the reception been like since you've dropped Tinder?
Well, funny enough, I've had, I think it's been my best response of all the songs I've had. This has definitely been the best response I've received. I've had people saying, "Oh my gosh, Jigh, you are the COVID vaccine." Like, this song has just made them smile, it's uplifted them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this song's so fun. I love the beat, I love the jokes, I love the this. So I've just had pure compliments, and the funny thing is, it's from different age groups as well.
Okay.
Like grown folks, people my age, the young generation, but even kids.
Wow.
I'm like, what? I got like friends showed me like videos of their kids dancing to it, singing to it, and I'm like, check me reaching a whole new generation. For just the subject matter.
That is amazing.
It's crazy. So I'm now thinking, what is it about the song that even they are loving it? So I don't know if it's the fun factor of it. I don't know, but
I think it is the fun. I definitely think it's the fun factor. It's a fun song. Like you can dance to it even. So even if someone say like gone through a breakup or they've been on Tinder or something similar and they've had a bad experience, like they can put the song on and laugh about the experience. Do you see what I'm saying? Like no matter whether you're in a relationship or single or married, you can have a dance to the song. Are you gonna drop a visual to this? Actually, I need to know because you need to.
Do you know what? I definitely will be. Definitely will be. But for me, I felt like, because usually I'd drop a visual at the same time.
Yeah.
But I feel like with this song, because the song was strong in itself, I felt like it didn't need an instant visual to back it up or support. I felt like the song kind of sold itself and was strong enough.
Okay.
So and also because of the whole COVID pandemic lockdown situation, I thought to myself, if I'm going to do a visual for this song, it needs to be its best. And I didn't really want it to be restricted or limited to social distancing and blah blah blah. So I thought
that makes sense.
I can put it on hold for now. The song's strong enough in itself to just flourish. But then when the visual does come out, gives it a second wave to pow pow pow.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. So those who aren't even on Spotify, for example, like YouTube, anybody can access that. So that will just take it to another level. So I'm really looking forward to when you drop the visual, whenever that will be. Hopefully at some point later in the year. That would be dope. That would be dope because I can imagine sick visuals. I love the line when he said that like your mum is waiting for you to like, your mum is waiting for you. So does that happen in real life where your mum is like, listen, fam, you need to bring someone.
Listen. Everything I say and do and put is truth. And yes, my mum has hinted several times. She even dropped the line of I bought my hat. When am I gonna wear my hat? Or like so all them little things. So I thought, let me drop. So with me, like I kind of drop truths, but in like a jokey way, or so that definitely is that my mum has definitely hinted on that.
I hear
a few times. So
I hear that. You also mentioned about TLC, and now I see that you're an avid fan of TLC. Where did your love of TLC come from? How long have you loved them for? Like, talk to me on that. I love TLC, by the way.
Listen, TLC, I don't even know. It's so funny how. Okay, so obviously I'm an out loud and proud self-confessed addict. It's been a well-known fact, but what I didn't know was how long people like. Let me go back. Like, for example, I'll be bumping into people from primary school, and they're like, "Oh, do you still like TLC?" And I think to myself, "Hold on a second, primary school? Like, what was I doing, or what was I saying that people from primary school automatically relate TLC to me? Secondary school, so it's been a long time, but I just didn't realize that people automatically relate TLC to me. And I even remember when Left Eye died, I swear I got more presents and cards and gifts on that day than I've ever received at any of my birthdays. It's crazy. It's just crazy how everybody relates that group to me. But now I've loved them from when I was a kid. I've always found them very refreshing, distinctive. I love their music, their message, their style. The fact that they're three individuals, but yet they blend so well together, but yet they're so distinctive. I just love everything about them. I just feel like that they're definitely a trend-setting group. And they've just been very influential in many ways. And they never cease to amaze me. And they've been so consistent with that, which is why I've always just loved them. And even up until now, I definitely say they're my top all-time faves.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah, they are dope. I love their tomboyish but girly image. Like that's
Exactly.
one of my favorite things about them. By the way, did you watch the biopic when it came out in, I think it was 2011?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about there's been so many things. There's been you talking about the film, the Crazy Sexy Cool film.
Yeah, it was the film.
Okay, yeah.
I loved the casting for that, like Little Mama as Left Eye, and then what's the other actress? Keke Palmer as Chili. That was the best one.
It
did
definitely
really
was
well,
the
that.
best one, but I feel that was only because TLC played a massive part within it.
Of course, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
They were very much involved in it. They were involved in the whole process. So it was bound to be. And you can only fit so much within that time as well.
Yeah.
But because they were very much hands-on within the project, I knew that it was going to be pretty good. Whereas with others, it's always outside agencies and they never really get involved in the actual family or the nearest and dearest. So that's why you get the poor ones or the ones that have all the bad.
Do you remember that Aaliyah one? Did you watch that?
Do you know what? I didn't watch it, but listen, I was actually going to say that, but
it was terrible.
I was thinking, should I drop names or should I not drop names? But you said it. But I was actually going to say the thing. I heard Aaliyah's one was probably the worst I've heard. I've not seen Aaliyah's one.
Please.
But I've heard so much bad stuff about it.
Absolutely terrible. I remember being on Twitter and they showed the casting for Timbaland and Missy Elliott. And I was like, these actors look nothing like at all. And then, and then, like Wendy Williams, I think she was the one who produced it. I can't remember with what company.
What?
And the family had no say in it.
You
and do you know what the joke is?
Lying.
In the film, they focus so much on Aaliyah and R. Kelly's. I'll say alleged, just in case, but we all know it actually happened. But alleged relationship, right? And they didn't feature any of her original songs. So they featured covers, but none of her original songs. So it's like people like myself who grew up listening to her, or those who have come up who didn't hear her music, it's like they don't get to hear the full Aaliyah experience. I was like, what was the point?
Well, that's what happens. If you're going to consult the family and those that are involved in Aaliyah, then of course you ain't going to have the rights to use the real music.
Yeah. Apparently they didn't want it to go ahead. Her family didn't want it to go ahead.
Of course not. How you gonna... Honestly, but where I'm shocked because I didn't know Wendy was behind it.
Yeah. If I remember correctly,
but that now explains why the main focus is on the most dramatic part, which is the whole R. Kelly thing, because that's his drama and gonna, wow, I didn't know that. But I mean, there's been so many, like even like the Biggie one.
Yeah. Oh
yeah. I remember Little Kim was cussing about, they didn't even consult her. She would have casted that person to be like, I heard a lot of...
Oh yeah, because Naturi from Power, she was the one who played Little Kim.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember Little Kim wasn't happy about that and she was saying that she wasn't consulted and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people said TLC's one has been the best one.
Yeah.
Results have proven they've been the best one because it was the most well received. It's been the one that's been played the most. And so, but again, that's what happens. If you get the real people on board, then of course a great project's going to be created.
Yeah. I mean, even look at Straight Outta Compton when that dropped in 2015. Like, again, because NWA got to...
Exactly.
They were involved.
Right.
Ice Cube, of course. All of them. So Straight Outta Compton was sick. I remember watching it the opening weekend of when it came out. Oh, it was amazing. Like that's
honestly,
what shows. If you're gonna do a biopic, do it properly.
Exactly. Otherwise, flip and leave it alone. Honestly, man, everyone's still trying to jump on a bandwagon, but if you ain't gonna deliver it properly, just ruining flipping a great legacy, and you're just hindering. Oh man. Anyway, at least that went down to my girls. I'm happy.
For real, I heard that. Did I hear correctly that you said you went to the Brits?
Yes.
Oh, tell me about that. How long were you there for? What did you learn? Tell me more, please.
Hey, so honestly, I would definitely say the Brit School was one of my best experiences in life.
Okay.
What I didn't know is that you could actually join from year 10.
Okay.
So I joined, so I finished secondary school,
Right.
and I was there for year 12 and year 13.
Okay.
But it was the school's just different. It's just different. It was just like, how can I even explain it? I remember when my first day, even the whole audition process, I was like, wow, this school's different. Like, it's almost like them TV shows you see in America about the whole high schools there. It's just like, it's just not like your normal school. And it's just, teachers were great.
Yeah.
The people just free, like even the way they express themselves, the way they dress, it's almost like it was in a different world. Great times there. I studied, funny enough, if I had to go back, I probably would have studied music, because that's what I kind of went there thinking that I'll be studying everything, which is a bit weird. So I auditioned for theatre, and I thought that I'll be doing, I think my friend just got me an application form and it happened to be theatre. So that's what I auditioned for. But I kind of thought I'd be doing all the arts.
Okay.
But I wasn't. So I majored in theatre, and I also did dance as well.
Right.
But yeah, if I could go back, I probably would have done music, because that was probably where I think I would have, But in saying that, no regrets whatsoever, because I met some amazing people.
Right.
It's been a beautiful experience. I went to the Brit Awards, which was a highlight as well, because everyone that goes to the Brit School gets to go to the Brit Awards.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It's standard procedure. So, yeah.
Okay.
I was a bit pissed because the year I went was a year after Destiny's Child performed.
Oh, snap.
Destiny's Child done their epic performance, and I went the year after. But,
man.
But still, it was beautiful, because the vibe, the energy, even the sound system, like songs that I didn't like before, when you hear them on proper speakers in a proper live setting, it's like, wow, this song is back. But the killer part is, when you now watch it back on TV, it's like, the TV doesn't even encapsulate what you experience live and direct. It's so imagine. Annoying, but beautiful experience. But yeah, loved the Brit School. Loved it so much.
Okay.
And if I could go back, I would have started in year 10. If I knew I could have done that, I would have started in year 10. And in year 12, I would have majored in music. But all things happen for a reason. And yeah, it hasn't hindered my journey in any way, because music is me. I've been doing it regardless. So.
Wow. So do you feel like what you learned at Brit School still helps you to this day? Do you still apply what you learned from Brit School to this day?
Very, very good question. And this is why I say it's a bit different, because so I studied theatre there as a major, and I didn't realize that there's theoretical parts in the study of theatre. Like, because before Brit School, we only did practical. Theatre was practical.
Yeah.
So going into Brit School, now you're suddenly learning about people like Stanislavski and all that stuff. I'm like, wow, who is he? And yeah, I don't know. I didn't really. I'm very creative, and I'm all about performing, and that's what I kind of enjoy. And I don't know, like, as I said, it's funny. I went to Brit School enjoying acting and stuff, but I left no longer being interested in acting. Not because I would say Brit School put me off, but like, for example, I did dance there as well as a minor, but I left, ended up doing more dance stuff.
Okay.
I ended up doing like commercials and music videos and dancing in street dance groups and stuff like that. So if anything, I ended up majoring in what I was doing as a minor.
Yeah.
You can imagine. So yeah, but Brit School lit that fire, because although I was interested in dance, it was through the people that I met at Brit School, and they exposed me to opportunities and brought me into dance groups and auditions and stuff like that. So and I've learned a lot of stuff that I still utilize now. Dance is now always in me. And I went on to like teaching dance and stuff for a little bit. So So in that aspect, yes, I do still apply that stuff in terms of acting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ever went back to it. Funny enough.
Okay. Do you think you'll ever go back to acting at all?
I wouldn't say no, because if an opportunity comes and it's fitting, then why not? I always, be open to different opportunities. So yeah, never say never. So no, I won't say no.
Cool. So do you have any new projects dropping this year at all?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
The funny thing is, I actually had an EP that I was going to drop. And then when the Tinder idea came, I was like, you know what? Let me put the EP on hold.
Right.
And add and do this Tinder project so I can add it to it as well.
Nice.
And then I ended up doing a few other stuff. So I'm looking to bring out a full body of work this year.
Okay.
In fact, at the end of last year, I hosted a listening party. And that was just my way to just show people what I'm doing.
Right.
And at the end of the day, rather than me picking what songs I think should be released, I thought, let me let the people pick, because, they're the people that could be buying it, streaming it.
Yeah.
And funny enough, Tinder was the most voted.
Of course.
hence why it was the next single.
Okay.
But definitely this year I will be releasing a full body of work. So that is definitely, it's practically ready, to be honest with you. So yeah, that should be out very, very soon.
I look forward to it. Cool. So where can we find you on socials?
Jiggy, Jiggy, Jigh. I'm quite hot on Insta. I've used that quite a bit. Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Probably those are the main two. Jiggy Jigh.
Right. Okay. Nice. Well, Jiggy Jigh, it has been a pleasure speaking with you.
Hey, likewise. Thank you for having me. Much appreciated.
Oh, no problem at all. I could not do this podcast and not have this song featured. It's just too sick, bruv. It's just really puts you in a good mood, like.
No, I really appreciate that. Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, you have a good rest of the day, okay?
Likewise. Thank you.
All right.
That's my tune.
Bye.
Take care. Thanks again.
You're welcome. Bye. And that was Jiggy Jigh. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure and definitely hilarious. As per usual, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can, Ms. Jojo B, MZJOJOB. And if you'd like to follow That's My Tune, you can in the following ways. That's My Tune Pod on Twitter. That's My Tune Podcast on Instagram. And if you'd like to email, that's my tune podcast@gmail.com. Keep following, keep subscribing, keep listening to these episodes. I'll be back next Tuesday with another one. Until then, have a great day and a great rest of the week. I'm out of here. Goodbye.